Hello everyone. Let me start with a question. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start exercising tomorrow? Or I'll start waking up earlier next week? And how many of those times did that new habit actually stick? Now, don't feel bad. We've all been there. The problem isn't that we are lazy or unmotivated. The real issue is clarity. And today, I want to show you a simple yet powerful method that will help you start any habit and stick to it. Let's rewind to 2001. In Great Britain, researchers conducted a fascinating study with 248 participants to see what helped people stick to exercise habits. The subjects were split into 3 groups. The first was a control group. They simply tracked how often they exercised. The second group got a motivational boost. They read about the benefits of exercise like improved heart health and reduced risk of disease. You'd think that would help, right? But the third group did something different and game-changing. They also got the same motivational materials, but they were asked to fill in one sentence. During the next week, I will partake in at least 20 minutes of vigorous exercise on day, at, time, in, place, dot. This simple sentence transformed everything. While the first 2 groups had only 38% of people who exercise at least once, a whopping 91% of the third group followed through. This powerful technique is called an implementation intention, a clear, specific plan about when and where you will do a behavior. It taps into the 2 strongest habit cues, time and location. You see, we often say, I'll eat healthier or I want to write more, but we never say when, where, or how. That's like setting a destination without a map. No wonder we get lost. The format is simple. I will, behavior, at, time, in, location, dot. It's not magic, but it feels like it. Because when the moment arrives, you're no longer debating with yourself. You just do it. There's no decision fatigue, no waiting for the perfect mood, just action. But we can go even deeper. There's another technique that multiplies your success. It's called habit stacking, developed by Stanford professor B.J. Fogg. Here's the idea. You take a habit you already do, like brushing your teeth or brewing coffee, and stack a new habit on top. The formula is, after current habit, I will, new habit, dot. It's brilliant because you don't need to invent new triggers. Your existing routines become the cue. Let me give you an example. Times after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Times after I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page of a book. Times after I sit down for dinner, I will say one thing I'm grateful for. This builds what I call habit momentum. One good behavior naturally leads into the next. Like falling dominoes, but in the best way possible. Now, I want to introduce you to something called the Diderot effect. The 18th century French philosopher Denis Diderot received a beautiful scarlet robe. It was so elegant that it made everything else he owned look shabby. So he upgraded his rug, then his chairs, then his art, and ended up spending a fortune. One change triggered a chain of others. You can use this effect in a positive way. Stack one small, good habit, and let it lead to the next. Brew coffee, meditate, write your to-do list, start your most important task. You're building a chain of success. But let me be clear, specificity is everything. I once tried to build a push-up habit. I said, I'll do 10 push-ups during lunch. Sounds okay, right? But it failed. Why? Because lunch is too vague. I didn't know when exactly. Before or after eating. Where? On the floor, outside, near the table? It wasn't until I changed it to, after I close my laptop for lunch, I'll do 10 push-ups next to my desk, that it stuck. Here's the golden rule. Make it obvious. Make it specific. So if you want to change your life, start small, but start smart. Use implementation intentions and habit stacking to make your new behaviors automatic. Want to start journaling? Say, I will write 1 sentence at 9 p.m. in my bedroom. Want to exercise? After I remove my work shoes, I'll put on workout clothes and do 5 minutes of stretching. Want to read more? After I set my morning alarm, I'll place my book on my pillow. And if you're wondering when to start, don't wait for Monday or the first of the month. Start now. Any moment can be a fresh start, but you have to choose it. In closing, remember this. Many people think they lack motivation when what they really lack is clarity. Design your habits. Don't leave them to chance. Because once a habit is planted with intention and stacked with purpose, it grows roots. And soon enough, it grows into the future you once only dreamed of. Thank you.